What's up, guys? Jake, the MMA dad. Hey, I hope you guys are having a fantastic week. It's Friday here in the great state of Texas, and we're going to be sitting down and filming some reactions. So I have gotten super busy, which is delaying my ability to be able to put out videos multiple days a week. Not only am I doing a lot of training myself, preparing for when MMA opens back up over here, but I'm also training a lot of people. So Monday through Friday, I work patrol all night, get home or get off, train for about an hour and a half, 2 hours myself, go to sleep, wake up about 3 p.m., eat, shower, get ready for the day, and then I'm at the gym, the Iron Den, where I'm there pretty much from about 4:30-ish p.m. till about 8 p.m. And then I go straight from there over to MMA, straight from MMA back home to eat, shower, and go back to patrol. So that's my Monday through Friday, pretty busy. And then on Saturdays, I'm training actors and stuntmen in martial arts. And then on Sundays, they are training me in stunts and acting. So pretty much 7 days a week, I'm doing something. But you guys know how much I love doing these reactions. You guys know how much I love supporting these independent artists and going down all the amazing journeys and rabbit holes that you guys have opened up for me. So that's what we're gonna do, because this week we got new music from a lot of people, and I'm excited to get into each and every one of them. And the first one we're going to get into tonight is going to be Nova Rockafeller, Did Your Best. I'm excited to hear this. So Nova blew me away with Hey You. Like, I just had no idea. I didn't know that she was, I knew she was a talented woman with her videography and video editing skills and everything else. I had no idea she was so talented with also her singing and her rapping. It blew me away. So when she said that she was gonna have another video drop in, her album's out, I'm gonna get a hold of her album. And I was excited to be able to get to this with you guys. And you guys told me, man, that Nova's got some other really good songs out there. So I'm excited to dive down the Nova rabbit hole as well. But we're gonna start with her new video, Did Your Best. But before we do that, shouts out to Hangover Gang, shouts out to the Nightwish Army, shouts out to Creek Squad, and as always, a big shout out and thank you to our active duty military, our first responders, and our veterans. We love all you guys. We're praying for you. Things are crazy here in America. Please stay safe. Let's see what Nova's working with, man. I'm excited. That last track that she did, Hey You, that was a hard track. That's on my workout playlist. I've listened to that song over and over and over again. And it blows me away still every time. I've played it for a bunch of my friends. I've played it for my wife. I played it for just lots of people, man, because to me, like, she killed that song. So I'm excited to see what she brings to us. So I'm excited to get into it with you guys. So without any further ado, Nova Rockafeller, Did Your Best. I'm excited. This is the video. Here we go. Boom.
At school he couldn't do the work, the kids all called him retarded. He got a job in a warehouse where he'd pack and cut carpet. And he never moved up, and he never fell in love. He's 50 but really 12, thinking about giving up. She married young and always felt...
Oh, all right, hold on. This is a different Nova than what I was expecting. I mean, she still sounds great rapping, but she's storytelling right now. So I'm going to have to go back just a little bit so that I can get my mind right, because I wasn't ready for storytelling Nova. So here we go.
At school he couldn't do the work, the kids all called him retarded. He got a job in a warehouse where he'd pack and cut carpet. And he never moved up, and he never fell in love. He's 50 but really 12, thinking about giving up. She married young and always felt like she had gotten too deep. Started feeling...
Okay, so I'm assuming that, because she's talking about a she now, so I'm assuming the first person she's talking about was the boy, and saying that at school he was having a hard time and people were calling him retarded, which I absolutely hate. God, I can't stand bullies, but I really, really can't stand bullies of special needs people. I am a huge, huge special needs advocate. It's oof. There. You want to know a way to fire me up? Let me see you bullying somebody like that. And okay, so anyway, I'm not gonna get into that rabbit hole. Um, so the boy says he grew up, but he never fell in love. He's just working at a factory. And what else did she say? Oh, he's 50, but in his head he's still 12. So, obviously some type of special needs. I'm not going to try to guess what it is that's afflicting him, but and then she starts talking about a female. So it sounds like there's about to be a different character. So I'm gonna back it up just a little bit so I don't miss that part.
Giving up, she married young and always felt like she had gotten too deep. Started feeling like her only way out was to cheat. Her friends all villainized her, didn't see she was weak. It's been 20 years and it still breaks her heart that they don't speak. He was a rock star in small bars until the gigs weren't paying bills. He had his daughter in the car and he knew he had to make the choice to put down his guitar. And every day he wonders if he could have been a star. I know you did.
Okay. I might be off on this, but I feel like, is she talking about her family? Because, and the reason I think that is because just context clues from the visuals, they're obviously all in a house together. When she starts talking about the female, it goes to this female, which I'm assuming that must be her mother, because the other two look like their grandparent age, mother age. Maybe the boy in the beginning was brother. But it's saying that mom got pregnant early or got married early. I can't remember which one she said, but and I guess she cheated on the husband, who I'm assuming is her dad, that she talked about in the next verse, or started talking about in the next verse. Okay, I think I got it right. So, because when they were on the dad and they said, when she said the word daughter, the camera went over to Nova. That was like my because at first I'm like, okay, what's going on here? Are Tom and Nova just sitting in on this family? And she's going to tell a story about this family. But when they said the word daughter and the camera immediately went to Nova, to me, just knowing film and knowing how to tell a story with film, that to me is some context clues of this is her family because she's the daughter. That's why the camera panned over there. So sounds like mom and dad got pregnant young, and mom made some mistakes and cheated, but it's that even though they're together here, it still has it still hurts the dad that's what happened. That's what I'm getting from it right now.
Gotten too deep, started feeling like her only way out was to cheat. Her friends all villainized her, didn't see she was weak. It's been 20 years and it still breaks her heart that they don't speak. He was a rock star in small bars until the gigs weren't paying bills. He had his daughter in the car and he knew he had to make the choice to put down his guitar. And every day he wonders if he could have been a star.
Okay, so not only did they get sorry I'm rewinding it so much, guys, but I enjoy people who can tell a good story. So sounds like dad stuck around, dad was a musician, but because daughter's coming around, because he loves his daughter, he wants to take care of his daughter, bills started piling up, playing music wasn't cutting it, so he put it down. But now he has those regrets of, could I have been somebody if I would have just kept pushing through? So Nova's trying to, if this is her family, she's trying to let us know what she went through, which I appreciate. That's one of the things I love about Tom as well, is that Tom is an open book, and he's not afraid to be vulnerable, and that looks like that's what Nova's doing in this video as well, being vulnerable and letting you guys know, hey, like life wasn't amazing for me. And this, it's funny because a lot of families are like this, where on the outside to the rest of the world, it may seem like it's the quintessential family, like everything's great, but you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. You don't know the whole story. You only get to see what either they want you to see, or what little bit. You don't know the whole story. So this is really, really cool how she's doing this. If I'm even right, I don't know that I'm even on the right track, but that's just what I'm getting from the video. But the dad gave up music to take care of his family because music wasn't doing it. But now it's like, I could have been somebody, maybe. That regret that's there.
Star in small bars until the gigs weren't paying bills. He had his daughter in the car, and he knew he had to make the choice to put down his guitar. And every day he wonders if he could have been a star. I know you did your best. There was a lot to lose, don't have to prove to me.
Okay. So in the chorus right there, when she says, "You don't have to prove to me," so that's sounds to me like more clues that this is her family that she's talking about, not just a story of a family that her and Tom are kind of sitting there, maybe invisible to. It sounds to me like this is actually like a story about her family. But I like the way this hook sounds.
To me. Diagnosed with Parkinson's, it's something she lives with. Was strong and independent, now relies on the children. Her voice shakes when she speaks, she's embarrassed, she hates to talk. And every day she wakes up wondering if new parts of her are lost. He got her pregnant before he could finish school. He got busy acting dumb cause he didn't know what to do. He ignored he had a girl till her mother stopped calling too. On his deathbed he wished for the daughter he never knew. She loved her family, 2 girls and 2 boys.
Okay, hold on. So I'm guessing she's talking about the grandparents now, which is sad. The grandmother with Parkinson's, basically she was saying like she gets mad at herself. Like I can only imagine how frustrating that must be, because you don't want to be a burden on your family. They don't look at you as a burden. At least I hope they don't look at you as a burden, but you still feel that way. And then she said something along the lines of not knowing what she's going to lose next, or what part of her she's going to lose next. And she was a strong and independent woman, and now she has to rely on her kids to take care of her. That's a sad thing, and I hope that they are taking care of her, because it's one of those things, like you don't want to have that regret of when that person finally does leave and finally does pass. You don't want to have that regret of, why was I so selfish? Why didn't I just take care of them? You never know how much more time you have with somebody. So although I can completely see where you might have some times where you get frustrated, do your best to remember that's somebody that you love more than anything, and they loved you more than anything, and they can't help what they're going through, and you don't want them to pass and have that regret of, I should have just enjoyed what time I had with them, regardless of how that time was spent. But then it looked like it was going into the grandfather, and saying the grandfather got her pregnant young, but then wasn't around for his daughter because he was young and being stupid. And then, hang on.
It's something she lives with. Was strong and independent, now relies on the children. Her voice shakes when she speaks, she's embarrassed, she hates to talk. And every day she wakes up wondering if new parts of her are lost. He got her pregnant before he could finish school. He got busy acting dumb cause he didn't know what to do. He ignored he had a girl till her mother stopped calling too. On his deathbed he wished for the daughter he never knew.
Okay, so he passes away wishing that he had built a relationship with his daughter. So I don't know if that's Nova's mom and the grandfather didn't really have a relationship with her. You guys are gonna have to fill me in the comments because I might be way off with all this. I'm just trying to use the clues from the imagery and the clues from the lyrics and put it together. Nova is doing a fantastic job of storytelling though. Like it flows really well. And I'm sure that if I knew more of the backstory that I would be able to get it even more. But hopefully I'm on the right track and I'm not just way off in left field somewhere. But she sounds great. The hook sounds great. If Tom produced this, the production is really, really good. And like I said, I love her storytelling right now.
Daughter he never knew. She loved her family, 2 girls and 2 boys. Husband in the garage, she yells she's sick of the noise. And the one day he's out riding and he dies in a crash. Now she'd do anything to have the buzz of his song come back. I know you did your best.
Okay. If this is a story about her family, man, wow. Prayers for Nova and her family. Because, okay, so what I'm gathering is the grandmother and grandfather are looking like through a window now to the family. So I'm assuming they've passed. And now she's going into a part of the life where the grandparents have already passed. And it's the rest of the family. And it said that the mom loved them, two girls and 2 boys, but her husband's always in the garage, I guess working on stuff because it's talking about a saw making a bunch of noise, and like she's basically yelling at him to keep the noise down and everything else. And then one night, said he went for a ride, and then there was a car crash sound. So it sounds like he gets into a car, and then she says she'd give anything to hear that saw again. So I'm assuming the dad died in a car crash, and again, there's that regret of, I'm constantly getting onto this person for noise or whatever, and now they're gone, and now I just wish I had that noise again. This is a hit you right in the heart kind of song.
For the daughter he never knew. She loved her family, 2 girls and 2 boys. Husband in the garage, she yells she's sick of the noise. And the one day he's out riding and he dies in a crash. Now she'd do anything to have the buzz of his song come back. I know you did your best. There was a lot to lose, don't have to prove to me. I know you have nothing left. There's more to you than the wars you lose, you'll see. Everybody made mistakes, everybody crashed along the way. It might be going up in flames, but everybody feel the same. Everybody made mistakes, everybody crashed along the way. It might be going up in flames, but everybody feel the same.
directed by Nova Rockafeller, shot by Logan Fulton. Y'all go follow Nova, man. Wow. Um, that was a heavy song. Um, I hope I'm at least in the ballpark with my take on that song, or what I feel like was going on in that song. Um, so Nova showing that, let's add another, checkbox, or couple check boxes to the talent of storytelling. But everybody in that video, Nova, Tom, the other people, like, the acting was really, really well, because I feel like so much of this is, you have to pay attention to the contextual clues in the video, as well as listening to the lyrics, because and this speaks to Nova's directorial skills of certain images appearing at the same time as certain lyrics. It's just masterful. Like, it's so good, so good. And I'm a little bit lost for words on just, this was so good. It was so good. I hope I didn't butcher that interpretation, but yeah. Shouts out to Nova and Tom. And I mean, you guys know how big a fan I am of them and everything they do. And that was just phenomenal. Phenomenal. Great job, Nova. Great job, Tom, on the production. And yeah, I've lost for words on this one. Lost for words on this one. Y'all go follow Nova, please. And as always, the link to the original video is going to be down in the description for you to go over there and show Nova some love. Pick up her new album, and I think it's the album is called Scared of Heights. But go pick that up. I'm gonna work on picking up a copy of that too. Supporting the independent artists, and I want to hear more of Nova's music. So I hope you guys enjoyed that reaction. Sorry for all the pausing and going back and forth, but I love storytelling, and I wanted to try to do this reaction justice based on what Nova was giving us. So we got some more reactions to get to tonight. I'll see you guys over there on those.